Hello everyone! Welcome back to the wacky world of wonky potatoes. Episode 10. Double digits. Woohoo! And our cows are chilling and cute as always. What is not so cute, however, is the main island. Because what is this? This is just a maze of cactus. Because I wanted to get some cactus flowers. Not that I really have a use for them, but I just want them. And over there, over my head, there is a whole lot of beehives. Because today I am going to need a whole lot of beeswax. And I think... Oh! There's a guy. No! You're killing the llamas! Oh, this is tragic. No! Anyways. No thank you. As I was saying, I think this intro could just be some cleaning up. So let me get rid of the cactus and get rid of some of those beehives. That's a lot better. No field of cactus, no wall of beehives. So now we can get started with what we actually want to do today. And for that, I have to go somewhere very special. And the special place is 2 chests. And they are on this big peninsula. Yeah, it is a peninsula thing, just past the big island. So this is where we are, and this is where we just were. And in these chests, I have prepared a lot of diorite, even more diorite, and some deep slate bricks. Because today we are going to build something which is probably in the thumbnail and in the title, so you already know it. But let's just pretend you don't. Ooh, what could it be? Big mystery. But before I can start building, I need to remove a lot of trees. Like everything within this border, I think. Yeah. So let's do some deforestation. Take a look at the deforested area. Wow! Where did all the trees go? They disappeared. Hello, chicken. You can stay. And now that all these trees are gone and we have an area for the build, let's just say what the build is. It's gonna be a church cathedral type thingy, which is gonna be very white. And I have built a lot of churches in my time. Some of them were sketchy to say the least, but I hope this build will be not too bad. What am I saying? It's gonna be awesome. Of course it is. But before we can build it, we need more materials than just diorite and deep slate. So quick material gathering time. I was just getting some dirt to fill in some holes while I'm waiting for some copper to oxidize when I got attacked by a trident and I killed the guy. And now I have another trident. We can dual wield. This is very nice. So now I just have to wait for all these blocks to become fully oxidized, so I can have about 8 stacks of copper grades. And I think that's the last thing I need, because I have filled 3 double chests and almost an extra chest full of stuff. So it's gonna be quite a big build. But now I'm gonna fix this hole behind me, and then I guess I will just start with building the church thingy while the copper is oxidizing. Look at this. Another one can be added to the pile. Only 7.5 more stacks to go. I guess it's time for a time lapse. Woo! Let's go. There it is. It's a church. And these windows are a bit unfinished because I need copper grates to put behind them, which I have. But I also need some frog lights to put behind the copper grates to make it look like there is an interior, which obviously there is not. Because I can't figure out what I should do with this interior, so it's just gonna be an exterior build. And so I need quite a lot of frog lights for all those windows, and I am not going to get those frog lights manually. I need to get a farm. And because I need a farm, I prepared materials for a farm. How convenient! For a frog light farm, I need frogs. This is gonna take a while. Here we go. Well, those are quite some frogs. I didn't even look at the tutorial to see how many frogs I would need. I thought I would just get 6 of each type. And now I'm walking with 18 frogs to the location for the farm. The farm for the farm for the farm. Alright guys, so 2 frogs go to a birthday party. 1 frog gives the other frog a present with a big ribbon on it. The other says, "Now what do I do with this?" The other frog says, "You rip it off." Alright, here we are. Basalt Delta, as you can see by all this ashes. The materials. So, I'll bring you guys back when I've built the thing. Well, Well, that is not too bad for maybe 5 minutes of AFK. Almost 3 stacks for every color. And I have some spare frogs, but I guess we'll keep them here for if somehow these guys die. And now I have to AFK just a little more so I can have a lot of frog lights. Alright, so I just AFK'd for 15 minutes or something. So let's take a look. And let's go down real fast. Alright. That's not too bad. I think I want the pearlescent frog lights, so let me just take all of these. And then we go. And hopefully this should be enough. I mean, it is 15 stacks, I want to say. So I don't think I have that much window which needs to be covered. I hope we don't cut to me complaining. So we did not cut to me crying about not having enough frog lights. But we do cut to me crying about having the wrong type of frog light. Now look at this. We don't look straight through the church. We have some stained glass windows at the front and the back. See? Both sides. Everything has frog lights and it looks like there's an interior. Trust, there is an interior. It's just a bit empty. Anyways, you might ask yourself, I wonder how many frog lights he has left. 4. We were cutting it close on this one. But I think that this concludes the build. So now I have to fill in these little watering holes you might have seen, because this is how I went up to the build when I was building it. Just having holes everywhere to help me get up. But now they can be closed. And I guess I should also show that I overestimated the amount of diorite I would need by quite a bit. And also the amount of spruce and smooth stone and pale oak and glass, and I have a whole lot of cleaning up to do, so let me do that right now. Well, it is cleaned up and my inventory is filled again. Because I need to do something with a natural feature at that church. So let's go over there to make it clear what we're gonna do. So if we go over, you might notice there's some sort of cave over here. And if we boat right in, it is a cave which leads to the other end. And I think it would be absolutely lovely if we transformed this cave, made maybe a small docking area to a side, and then if we could have an underground way into the church, we could one day put some sort of farm in the church and have this be our entrance. So let's just pop down a torch to see what we're working with. I'll definitely need some of these. So I guess I'm gonna do some work here, and I'll bring you guys back when we have a nicer ravine thingy. let's boat into the new ravine and let's see how it looks. And let's not pass by it. First of all, there's a little bit of things on the outside, but most of it is on the inside. Ooh. We have some hanging leaves, lanterns, chains, and it looks quite cozy. We have our docking station. And then we have a tunnel. Ooh, a dark tunnel with some mysterious plants leading into an empty interior. Oh yeah. And a nice thing about this tunnel is that when you're walking into the cathedral, so when you're coming from this side, you only see one of these lanterns at a time. So now we see this one. Then we turn the corner, we see only this one. Then we turn this corner, we see only this one. And then we see this one. And then we're here. But when you're leaving the cathedral, you're seeing two of them at a time. So here you see two. Here you see none. Here you see two. And then here again. So that's just a nice little thing. Like when you're walking in, you're going from mysterious light source to mysterious light source. Ooh. Anyway, I think that this is enough for the episode. We've built a whole cathedral and an underground tunnel to it. But let's maybe take a look at one of my favorite angles for the cathedral, namely from this side. Oh, I love how this roof came together, with these lines streaking white across the darker deep slate. This is nice. The front is okay, don't get me wrong, but this is the side. I like the side. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then that's good for you. Anyway, I hope I'll see you back in the next one, and goodbye!